Hello friends, how are you? Welcome back to Change Your Life. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of US state quarter dollar coins, where ordinary-looking coins could hide extraordinary value. We're counting down the top 3 2017D, 2018D and 2020P state quarters, exploring their history, mint marks, unusual colors and conditions, collector demand, and the hidden details that could make them worth far more than 25 cents. So before you spend that old quarter, take a close look. You might be holding a coin with a surprising story and potentially serious collector value. First up, let's uncover our number 1 coin. First coin, 2017 D state quarter. Could this quarter really be worth millions? Welcome back to Change Your Life. Today, we are diving into a coin that may look completely ordinary at first glance, but could become extremely interesting when you know exactly what to look for. We are talking about the 2017 D America the Beautiful Quarter, a United States quarter carrying the famous D Mint mark for the Denver Mint. Before you get excited about the idea of $1 million quarter, let me make one thing absolutely clear. A normal 2017 D quarter is not automatically worth millions of dollars. Its real value depends on the exact design, condition, errors, variety, certification, and collector demand. But some exceptional examples can be worth dramatically more than their face value, and that is where today's story becomes fascinating. The 2017 D quarter belongs to the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which continued the tradition of placing important American national parks and historic locations on circulating quarter dollars. The United States Mint issued several different 2017 designs, including Effigy Mounds National Monument, Ellis Island, Frederick Douglass National Historic Site, Ozark National Scenic Riverways, and George Rogers Clark National Historical Park. The Mint identifies the 2017 Effigy Mounds coin as the 36th design in the America the Beautiful Quarters program. Now look carefully at your coin. If you see a small D on the coin, that means it was struck at the Denver Mint. But remember this important point: a D Mint mark by itself does not make the coin rare. Thousands and thousands of ordinary 2017 D quarters entered circulation. The real excitement begins when an otherwise ordinary coin has something unusual about it. And this is where condition becomes extremely important. Imagine finding a 2017 D quarter that has been protected since the day it left the mint. The surfaces are sharp, the lettering is strong, the design details are clear, and there are very few marks from circulation. That coin can be dramatically more interesting to collectors than a heavily scratched, dirty, worn example that has passed through thousands of hands. Professional grading can make an enormous difference because collectors want an objective assessment of the coin's condition. Current PCGS price guide data show that some certified 2017 D America the Beautiful Quarters can command values above face value in high grades, but the amounts vary greatly by the specific 2017 design and grade. For example, PCGS currently lists separate market values for 2017 D examples such as Ellis Island, George Rogers Clark, and Effigy Mounds. These figures demonstrate an important truth: there is no single 2017 D quarter value. So what about the shocking claims that one of these coins could be worth millions of dollars? This is where you need to slow down and become a smart collector. A regular circulated 2017 D clad quarter is not $1 million coin simply because it has a D mint mark. If somebody tells you that every 2017 D quarter is worth millions, do not believe that claim without evidence. A truly extraordinary price would require something extraordinary about the coin, such as a major minting error, an exceptionally rare variety, an unusual certified condition, or another feature that creates serious collector demand. Now let's talk about the condition that many people ignore: the dirty or dark-looking coin. If your 2017 D quarter looks brown, grey, dark, stained, or discolored, do not immediately assume it is rare. Color alone does not create a fortune. Dirt, environmental exposure, chemicals, scratches, and artificial cleaning can actually reduce collector appeal. Never polish or scrub a potentially valuable coin just because you want it to shine. A natural original surface is usually much more desirable than a damaged surface created by cleaning. The most exciting possibility is a genuine mint error. A mint error occurs during the manufacturing process, meaning something unusual happened when the coin was being struck or processed. A dramatic off-center strike, a major die-related error, a broad strike, or another authenticated minting mistake can attract collectors. But there is a major difference between a true mint error and ordinary damage that happened after the coin left the mint. That distinction can mean the difference between a normal quarter and a collectible piece. Another important point is that the 2017 D quarter is not a silver quarter simply because it is called a quarter dollar. Modern circulating America the Beautiful Quarters are generally clad coins, while the United States Mint also produced special collector versions of some designs in different compositions and formats. PCGS notes that the 5-ounce America the Beautiful collector coins were made of 0.999 fine silver, which is completely different from the ordinary circulating quarter in your pocket. So if you have a 2017 D quarter at home, what should you do? First, do not spend it until you have inspected it carefully. Look at the date, the D mint mark, the complete design, the lettering, the rim, and both sides of the coin. Look for anything that appears genuinely different from a normal example. Then examine the condition under good lighting without rubbing or cleaning the surface. And here's the most important lesson of today's video. The date and mint mark alone do not determine a coin's value. The real story is the combination of rarity, condition, authenticity, era status, certification, and collector demand. A quarter worth 25 cents can become a much more interesting collectible if it contains a verified feature that collectors actually want. PCGS population information also shows why certified high-grade coins can be interesting. Its records contain graded examples of multiple 2017 D America the Beautiful quarter designs across different condition levels, demonstrating that condition and scarcity at particular grades matter to the market. So could your 2017 D quarter make you a millionaire overnight? Realistically, you should not expect that from an ordinary circulated coin, but could a truly exceptional error or extraordinarily rare example be worth far more than face value? Absolutely, that is why collectors examine these coins so carefully. The key is not believing every sensational price claim. The key is discovering what your individual coin actually is. Before you put that old quarter back into your pocket, take another look. Check the 2017 date, check for the D mint mark, study the design, examine the surfaces, look at the rim, look for unusual striking characteristics. And if you believe you have a genuine major error or an exceptionally high-grade example, consider having it professionally evaluated rather than cleaning it or selling it cheaply. The next time somebody tells you that a quarter is just 25 cents, remember that the story can be much more complicated. Some coins are ordinary money, while others become fascinating pieces of American history because of condition, rarity, errors, and collector demand. Your 2017 D quarter may not be a million-dollar treasure, but if it has something genuinely unusual, it could be worth investigating. So check your change, check your old coin jars, and check those forgotten coins sitting in drawers. You never know what you might discover. And most importantly, never clean a potentially valuable coin, never trust an unbelievable price without verification, and never sell a rare-looking coin before understanding exactly what you have. If you enjoyed this journey into the 2017 D America the Beautiful quarter, stay with us for more incredible stories from the world of United States coins, hidden varieties, mint errors, rare condition pieces, and the fascinating history behind the money we use every day. Your next discovery could be sitting right in your pocket. Second coin 2018 D State quarter. Is your quarter hiding a fortune? Welcome back to Change Your Life. Today we are looking at the second coin in our search for extraordinary United States quarters, the 2018 D America the Beautiful quarter. At first glance, this coin may look like nothing more than ordinary pocket change, but when you understand its history, design, mint mark, condition, and possible errors, you begin to see why collectors examine these coins so carefully. And before we go any further, let me give you one important warning. A normal 2018 D quarter is not automatically worth millions of dollars. The extraordinary value stories you hear online generally involve exceptional errors, unusual varieties, extreme grades, or special collector coins, not an ordinary circulated quarter. The 2018 D quarter was produced at the Denver Mint and carries the small D mint mark, identifying its place of manufacture. The year 2018 was an important part of the America the Beautiful quarters program, which honored 5 national sites during the year: Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore in Michigan, Apostle Islands National Lakeshore in Wisconsin, Voyageurs National Park in Minnesota, Cumberland Island National Seashore in Georgia, and Block Island National Wildlife Refuge in Rhode Island. The United States Mint explains that 2018 was the 9th year of this long-running program. Now imagine finding one of these quarters inside an old jar, drawer, cash register, or forgotten collection. The first thing you might notice is the 2018 date and then the little D mint mark. But don't make the mistake of thinking that the D alone makes the coin rare. Millions of 2018 D America the Beautiful quarters were made across the different designs. For example, published mintage figures show hundreds of millions of pieces for several 2018 D designs. That means an ordinary example is generally a common modern quarter rather than a hidden million-dollar treasure. So where does the excitement begin? It begins when your coin is different from the ordinary examples. Maybe the strike is dramatically off-center. Maybe there is a major die problem. Maybe lettering or design elements show a genuine minting abnormality. Maybe the coin survived in an extraordinary condition with almost no marks. These are the kinds of characteristics that can make collectors stop and take a second look. The history behind these coins is also fascinating. The America the Beautiful program was created to celebrate national parks, historic locations, and other important sites across the United States. The Washington portrait remained on the obverse, while each year introduced new reverse designs. The 2018 Pictured Rocks design, for example, shows Chapel Rock and the white pine tree growing from it. The Apostle Islands design shows the sea caves at Devil's Island with a lighthouse and kayaker. Voyageurs features a common loon with a rocky background, while Cumberland Island features a snowy egret. Block Island features a night heron flying above the landscape and lighthouse. Now let's discuss something that causes enormous confusion: silver. If your 2018 D quarter looks shiny, bright, or unusual, don't automatically call it a silver coin. The standard circulating 2018 America the Beautiful quarter is copper-nickel clad, with a composition of 8.33% nickel and the remainder copper. The US Mint also produced separate 5-ounce silver versions of the America the Beautiful designs, but those are completely different products from the normal pocket change quarter. The Mint specifically identifies the 5-ounce versions as 99.9% silver. That distinction could save you from making a huge mistake. A normal 2018 D quarter is not transformed into a silver coin simply because it has a different color, unusual shine, or dark appearance. If your quarter is dirty, brown, gray, dark, scratched, or discolored, do not immediately assume you have discovered something worth millions. Environmental damage and chemical changes can alter a coin's appearance without making it rare. And please remember this: never clean a potentially valuable coin. Scrubbing, polishing, rubbing, or using chemicals can destroy the original surface and potentially reduce collector interest. If you believe your 2018 D quarter has something unusual, preserve it exactly as you found it and have the unusual feature examined properly. Now comes the question everyone wants answered: what is a 2018 D quarter worth in today's market? The honest answer is that there is no single value. An ordinary circulated coin generally remains close to its face value of 25 cents. An attractive uncirculated example can be worth more, particularly when it has strong surfaces and excellent preservation. A professionally certified coin in an exceptional grade can command considerably more depending on the specific design and market demand. A genuine major mint error can potentially be worth substantially more again. This is why the phrase, 2018 D quarter worth millions, needs to be treated carefully. $1 million valuation should never be accepted simply because somebody puts a huge number in a video title. If an ordinary 2018 D quarter were automatically worth $1 million, collectors would be searching every cash register in America for them. The real collectible story is much more specific. A rare and authenticated feature can create value, while a common coin remains common. So take your coin and inspect it slowly. Check the date, check the D-Mint mark, look closely at the rim, study the lettering, compare both sides with a normal 2018 D example. Look for an obvious minting error rather than damage that happened later. Examine the coin under good lighting, but do not scratch, scrape, polish, or clean it. Condition is another major part of the story. A quarter that has spent years circulating through pockets, machines, and cash drawers can develop contact marks, scratches, dull surfaces, and worn details. A coin that was carefully preserved from the beginning can look completely different. That is why professional grading can matter when a coin appears genuinely exceptional. And here's the biggest lesson: don't let excitement replace verification. If someone tells you that your 2018 D quarter is worth $100,000, $500,000, or even $1 million, ask what specifically makes it valuable. Is it a documented mint error? Is it a recognized variety? Is it an extraordinary certified grade? Is there a verified auction record for a comparable example? Without evidence, a huge price claim is just a claim. The US Mint itself confirms that the 2018 circulating quarters were produced in Denver and Philadelphia, while San Francisco produced special versions that were not released into circulation in the same way. The Mint also offered uncirculated sets containing both Philadelphia and Denver examples. So if you have a 2018 D quarter sitting in your collection, don't throw it away and don't sell it for a huge price just because somebody made a sensational claim. First, identify the exact design, examine the condition, check for genuine errors, and if the coin looks extraordinary, seek professional authentication. Could your 2018 D quarter change your life overnight? An ordinary example is extremely unlikely to do that, but the fascinating possibility of discovering a genuine mint error or exceptional collectible is exactly why coin collecting remains so exciting. Every coin has a story, and sometimes the smallest details are the ones that matter most. So before you spend that 2018 D quarter, take one final look. Is the strike normal? Is the rim normal? Are the letters properly formed? Does the surface show anything genuinely unusual? Is it simply dirty, or is there evidence of something that happened during manufacturing? Those questions are far more important than simply seeing the words 2018 and D. Remember, the goal isn't to believe every million-dollar quarter story. The goal is to learn how to recognize what makes a coin genuinely collectible. If you discover something unusual, protect the coin, don't clean it, and get it professionally evaluated before making any decision. Your 2018 D quarter may be ordinary pocket change, or it may contain a feature worth investigating. And that mystery is exactly what makes the world of American coins so fascinating. Keep checking your change, keep learning, and never underestimate the history hiding inside an ordinary-looking quarter. Tired and Fannel coin, welcome back to Change Your Life. Today we are diving into another fascinating United States quarter, and this time our spotlight is on the 2020 P America, the beautiful quarter. That tiny letter P is more important than many people realize because it identifies the Philadelphia Mint. But before you start searching your pockets expecting to find $1 million treasure, there is something very important you need to understand. An ordinary 2020 P quarter is not automatically worth millions. The real excitement comes from exceptional condition, genuine mint errors, unusual varieties, and special collector versions. The 2020 P quarter is interesting because it comes from the final year in which the America the Beautiful program released 5 different quarter designs. The story of this coin goes back to the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which began in 2010 and was authorized to celebrate national parks and other important locations throughout the United States. Over the life of the program, the Mint produced 56 different quarter designs. In 2020, the program entered its final major year with 5 designs honoring National Park of American Samoa, Weir Farm National Historic Site, Salt River Bay National Historical Park and Ecological Preserve, Marsh Billings Rockefeller National Historical Park, and Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve. These designs were not simply random pictures placed on coins. Each one was created to represent an important part of American history, culture, nature, or geography. Now look closely at your 2020 quarter. On the obverse you will recognize the familiar portrait of George Washington. Somewhere on the coin you may see the small P mint mark. That letter tells you the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. The United States Mint produced 2020 quarters at both Philadelphia and Denver, and the Philadelphia examples carry the P mint mark. But here is where the story becomes much more interesting. Imagine finding a 2020 P quarter that has been sitting untouched for years. Maybe the surfaces are remarkably clean, the details are sharp, the lettering is strong, and there are almost no contact marks. That coin could be much more desirable to collectors than a heavily circulated example. Professional grading becomes especially important when a modern coin appears to be in an exceptional condition, because even small differences in grade can influence collector demand. And now comes the question everybody wants answered. What is a 2020 P quarter worth today? The honest answer is that it depends on the exact design, condition, and any unusual characteristics. Current PCGS price guide information shows that certified 2020 P America, the beautiful quarters can have values above face value in high grades. For example, the PCGS guide currently lists a 2020 P American Samoa quarter at values ranging from modest premiums in lower mint state grades to substantially higher amounts at exceptional grades. The market is therefore not one fixed number, it changes according to condition and certification. This is why you should never believe that every 2020 P quarter is $1 million coin. A normal circulated quarter is generally worth around its face value. Even many uncirculated examples are not worth anything remotely close to $1 million. The extraordinary prices you sometimes hear about usually involve special circumstances, such as extremely rare errors, unusual certified varieties, or specially issued coins. There is another huge misunderstanding about the word silver. If your 2020 P quarter looks bright, shiny, grey, dark, golden, or unusual in color, that does not automatically mean it is made of silver. The standard circulating 2020 P America the Beautiful quarter is a regular circulating quarter, not one of the special 99.9% silver-proof coins. The US Mint separately produced collector products, and the 2020 silver-proof quarters carried the S Mint mark from San Francisco, not the P Mint mark. So if someone tells you that a 2020 P quarter is $1 million silver quarter, stop and inspect it carefully. The mint mark matters, but it is only one piece of the puzzle. A P mint mark tells you where the coin was struck. It does not by itself prove that the coin is rare or silver. Now let's talk about dirty and damaged coins, because this is where many new collectors make a serious mistake. Suppose your 2020 P quarter is dark, dirty, scratched, stained, or discolored. Don't immediately think you have discovered a rare variety. A coin can become dirty or damaged after leaving the mint. Environmental exposure can change its appearance, and circulation can leave scratches, dents, and contact marks. These things usually do not make a coin more valuable. And whatever you do, do not clean it. Do not polish it with a cloth. Do not scrub it with a brush. Do not put it into household chemicals. If you believe you have a valuable coin, preserve the surface exactly as you found it. Cleaning can leave permanent marks and destroy the original appearance that collectors value. Now imagine the opposite situation. You discover a 2020 P quarter that appears to have something dramatically wrong with the manufacturing. Perhaps the strike is obviously off-center, part of the design appears missing, the rim looks abnormal, or another feature seems impossible to explain by normal wear. This is where a genuine mint error could become important. But there is a major difference between a mint error and post-mint damage. A coin that was accidentally crushed, scratched, scraped, heated, chemically altered, or damaged by machinery after leaving the mint is not automatically a valuable mint error. The key question is whether the unusual feature was created during the manufacturing process. Authentication can be extremely important when serious money is involved. The history of the 2020 P quarter also makes this year special. The America the Beautiful program was approaching its conclusion, and the 5 2020 designs represented the final full year of the program. The Mint's official 2020 circulating set contained 5 Philadelphia coins and 5 Denver coins, making these coins an important part of the final chapters of the series. And here is something that can surprise collectors. The market can change. A coin that brings a certain amount today may bring a different amount later. PCGS market data demonstrates that some certified America the Beautiful quarters have experienced both increases and decreases in market values over time. That means you should think about actual comparable sales and certification rather than believing a fixed internet price. So could your 2020 P quarter make you a billionaire overnight? Realistically, an ordinary example will not. There is no reliable evidence that a normal circulated 2020 P quarter is worth millions of dollars simply because of its date and P mint mark. But could an exceptionally rare, authenticated error or extraordinary high-grade example be worth considerably more than face value? Yes, and that is exactly why serious collectors examine these coins. Before you spend your 2020 P quarter, take a close look at both sides. Check the date, check the P mint mark, identify which 2020 design you have, study the rim and lettering, look for genuine manufacturing abnormalities, examine the condition under good lighting. If the coin looks extraordinary, protect it and consider professional authentication. Remember this powerful rule: the date alone does not create rarity, and the mint mark alone does not create fortune. Value comes from the complete story of the individual coin, its condition, rarity, error status, authenticity, certification, and collector demand. So the next time you receive a 2020 P quarter in your change, don't throw it into a drawer without looking. That little coin represents the final major year of one of America's most ambitious quarter programs. Most examples are ordinary, but the possibility of discovering something unusual is what makes coin collecting so exciting. Your 2020 P quarter may be worth only 25 cents, it may be worth a modest collector premium, or an exceptional certified example may be worth much more. The important thing is to identify the coin correctly before believing a sensational price claim. And remember, never clean a potentially valuable coin, never sell it for an unbelievable low price before understanding what you have, and never assume $1 million valuation without proof. Examine it, protect it, authenticate it, and then decide what it is really worth. That is the real treasure hunt behind the 2020 P America the Beautiful quarter. Sometimes the most valuable thing you discover is not millions of dollars, it is the knowledge that teaches you how to recognize a truly special coin when it appears in your hands.